Grandma, actually, it's Mary Lou West. I've been a Sounders fan since 1979. How it got started was my kids were playing and they needed coaches, and my husband and I ended up being coaches. And being the perfectionist that he is, he wasn't just going to take a bunch of kids out there. He had to go and learn the game. And so we went to various coaching clinics. Back at that time, Jimmy Gabriel and Alan Hinton and Bobby Howe used to show up at the fields all the time. The fields out at 60 acres there were times when the kids were kicking the ball and the water was up to their knees. And I also ran a hot dog cart out at 60 acres to support our team. We got involved in the Canadian Exchange with kids, and so all of this we're learning soccer. We're learning all the intricacies of it and everything. In 1980, it was 81 through 83, I'm not sure which, the Sounders won a cup, and I can't ever remember the name of it, but we went to the airport to greet them, and my husband and I went drinking with Steve Daly and a couple of the other players and everything. So anytime that we went to the Kingdom, we saw Pele. Anytime that we could really go, do anything. And as a family, our vacations were wherever the kids were playing soccer. Two of them played select. We traveled all over the place with them. One of my daughters went to Minnesota to play in a tournament. And we had a kind of a relationship with a bunch of the coaches and players and everything. So just on the field, I mean, not. But Alan Hinton was the sponsor of what was the original Crossfire team for the kids. And they weren't in any league or anything, and it wasn't anything like it was now. But he and Bobby Howe and Jimmy Gabriel, they were just trying to promote kids soccer. So we kind of got involved in that. And then every game that we could go to, we took the kids to. And when I was coaching, both of us coached, we both played, we both refed. We got a ladies indoor team together. Didn't know a thing about stretching, and everybody ended up with bad hamstrings. It was at the Pro Club over in Bellevue. And my assistant coach really got hurt, and her doctor told her, tell all these ladies stop until you know. So we just kept going from there. And then when the Sounders were coming in into play later on, we got involved in the voting. We told everybody that we knew in the soccer community to write in Sounders, because that has to be the name. So we got a little bit involved in that. And then when they first came in to the league, my daughter Eileen, someone in her office had bought a whole bunch of tickets. So we bought tickets to the very first game. And then we went to the rest of the games that year. And what year was that? I'm trying to think. When you get older, time goes by. Anyway, so half season, they offered a half season packet, and we got the half season packet, and from then on we just went. I mean, we had our season tickets. I got interested in traveling because during the olden days when we were in Vancouver for Canadian Exchange and stuff, they were playing the Whitecaps then, and we went to see a game. In fact, we were on the tram, and a bunch of the players were on the tram. I mean, it was way back when. So it just became, traveling to Vancouver on the bus, and I told Eileen, you got to do this. You have got to do this. You got to do this. I always, when the team went to Boston, my family lives in Foxborough, so I would say, I would buy you tickets, but you have to root for the Sounders and you have to wear a Sounders scarf. So they did. And one of the games, these bunch of idiots stole one of the drumsticks from the drummer, from the Sounders drummer, and threw it. Well, my nephews got on him. You're not going to do that to... Anyway, everybody got escorted out of the stadium. Luckily, my brother knew the chief of police. So, and I mean, there's a lot behind that story, but that's kind of it. But every time that when the Sounders play in Boston, I always make it the effort to go there because it's time to visit with family and everything. Doing it with the ECS and everything, it's fun because you always have somebody. There's always somebody staying in the hotel that you know, and you can lean on them if you need to or not, or you can take care of people that need some taken care of. Sometimes, because sometimes they get a little bit, they need a grandma around. Just to be a little bit patient with them sometimes. Yeah, Madrid and Barcelona are playing behind me, and I was watching the game before I came on here.
Lots has been happening since you started talking.
It's 39 minutes into the game, and there's been 3 goals.
Yeah.
Well, I'm one that get up. I get up.
Messi's about to do a free kick. Let another go.
Oh. Yeah.